This is a story about transparency. A video just came to light that clearly shows how Obamacare got passed. Jonathan Gruber is known as an architect of the whole thing.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage.
He says deception was built in from the beginning.
This bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies.
Translated, they gamed the system. They manipulated the government office that's supposed to tell you how much something will cost. So they hid from you the largest middle-class tax hike in history.
So it's written to do that.
Imagine that you privately knew that to be a fact, and then you were speaking publicly about the bill, and you fumbled in an attempt to turn the secret into a positive talking point. It might sound like this.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it away from the fog.
It's worth remembering that lawyers for the administration repeatedly argued in court that the individual mandate was not a tax. But now it's perfectly transparent that the administration knew. But when it got to the Supreme Court and Chief Justice John Roberts surprisingly ruled in favor of Obamacare, it was because he's a smart guy and he saw through the tortured language and then he acted on principle. It is a tax. Roberts also wrote in the decision that if Americans disagree with what their elected officials are doing, then they should throw them out of office. And that's exactly what we did in the 2014 election. It's also transparent that only one of these two statements represents reality, either this one.
And the way to make government accountable is make it transparent so that the American people can know exactly what decisions are being made, how they're being made, and whether their interests are being well served.
Or this one.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage.
Actually, Gruber already helpfully answered that question for us.
Call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass.
We've got a call to action set up on CitizenLink.com. You can let your elected officials know that you are a smart American voter. Let them know you sent them to Washington to clean the windows.